All right, it's time for another week. ZTGD Radio. I guess this one can be numbered. We're recording this on a Friday night. Actually, we're recording it on America's birthday.
Well, I mean, America's last birthday.
That could very well be true.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, this is.
You were like, no, and then you're like, actually, I better stop myself.
You never know. I don't want to put that evil in the universe. You know.
You never know.
851 is the number. I don't know when it'll go up. Probably sometime this weekend, maybe Monday. I don't know. I got a lot of shit going on. But joining me this evening, instead of celebrating America's birthday, we have our resident Canadian. Anthony's here.
We have ours on the 1st, and you know.
Also, yours already happened.
Yeah. Yeah, can you imagine how much fun it is to take off a fucking Tuesday and then go back to work?
I mean, we do it when the 4th
Monday
falls on that.
On,
yeah.
Tuesday off, Wednesday on. Like, I'd rather have just had the Monday than work the Tuesday, but whatever.
It's mostly just really loud fireworks and like...
Yeah, that doesn't happen as much, thankfully. In Canada. I mean, it does happen, but like it's not...
Nice.
Fireworks has never been... Depends on where you are. Like, the closer you get to the falls, I find, London, Ontario. But I think I heard a little bit, but not too much. So...
We also have
the
real American hero. Terrence is here.
America, fuck yeah.
Coming again to save motherfucking day, yeah.
That's never the lyric I remember. I mean, it's chew on my dick and suck on my balls.
Yeah. I mean,
chew on my dick and suck on my balls.
America. God, I still remember being in theater, seeing that movie, and almost vomiting from laughing so hard.
That movie is fucking amazing.
Dude, the sex scene still cracks me up.
The fucking sex scene.
Oh my god, the sex scene is crazy.
They put the sex scene in, and then there's more from the sex scene if you've ever watched it on DVD.
Oh yeah, the director's cut where they made it like super graphic.
Where it's literally they put that in there because they knew that they wouldn't be able to show that theatrically.
Yeah, it's so funny. I literally was like almost laughing at that movie.
One of the best. I love that they were like. I guess Matt Damon asked them about that. Like, why did you make me mentally challenged? And they're like, oh, yeah, that was just because the doll was shit and looked challenged.
You know, that's fine.
Rolling with the punches.
It's a good time.
I love how they, like, never allow celebrities to play themselves.
No, that's stupid.
Yeah. And George Clooney's done 2 voices, and he's the reason why they have jobs.
Yeah, George Clooney did the voice of the dog in, like, episode 2.
He's the dog, and he's the doctor in the movie.
Yeah.
That blows up Kenny's heart.
I know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. I didn't realize that. That's neat.
I just love that secretly, like, George Clooney, if you think of, like, a suave gentleman, you think of George Clooney, and then, like, the reality is he was the reason why they were found, because he was like, I love this Jesus versus Santa tape so much.
God, I remember watching that on Real Player when it first started circulating on the internet.
Real Player. It is.
Yeah.
That's on. That I remember. What is it? Is it Tiger Woods?
Yeah,
PGA
Tiger
Tour?
Woods PGA Tour 99, I think.
Yeah, one of the PS1 games has
games.
that whole special, like, compressed on it.
Yeah.
Wait,
we had to recall the disc. Yeah, the disc has it on there. It had to be recalled. Some programmer thought it would be funny to hide it in there.
Because they had the extra space, so it's just like, yeah, fucking fill it.
Yeah.
No one will ever pop this into a computer. Womp womp.
Yeah.
That is funny. Wow. Okay. All right.
There's too much knowledge out there now that the internet exists.
Yeah.
Boy, it's been a week.
Boy, howdy. Like, man.
I was like, I just need to talk about
Weeks
video
keep
games.
coming, and they don't stop coming.
You got to hit the ground running.
That's right.
Well, we can talk about, like, I ain't played much of anything. I have a couple little things that I played, but if y'all have some games you want to talk about, we can do that first before we get into the...
Literally, I'm only here to talk about one game.
Okay,
That's right, I'm just hijacking. It's called Ruffy and the Riverside.
Yeah, I literally have not made it out of the town. Like, I'm so busy.
What a fucking good... It is a PS1 platformer.
I gotta review that, and I haven't. Actually, I'm playing it as we speak. But go ahead.
Ruffy?
Yeah, they sent it over an Xbox code, and I just sent it over to him. I was like, "Can you handle this? Because I don't."
So I bought it. I bought it because I played the demo on a Steam Next Fest and was like, "Yeah, I don't need to see more of this. This is really good."
I like the art style, the presentation.
I don't like his. I don't like his voice. But when he gets excited, he's like, "Yay!"
Yeah. It's very much of that era. All the characters are 2D sprites that look like they're hand drawn and colored in with marker. But it's kind of a collectathon, but it's also a little bit more open than that. It's just a really well done platformer puzzle game. The big gimmick is that you can switch textures and colors of things.
That's you pull things off of one and splash it on another.
So the tutorial is that a cliff is falling. You're not falling off the cliff. The cliff has been cut off the edge of the mountainside or whatever, and is sliding down the face. And there's a waterfall in the background. And you take the texture of the vines and you throw it at the waterfall, and the waterfall is now vines that you could climb on.
Thank you, because I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do.
They literally tell you.
It's the little thing.
I was listening to you. I'm not reading the instructions, so I'm
like... Well, and all the puzzle solving is sort of based around that. Some of your platforming is based around it.
That's cool.
It's a very unique concept. When you figure out some of the stuff you can do with it, though, it does the aha moment a lot. But sometimes, this is my only kind of complaint with this game. Sometimes it's just like, I know exactly what I'm going to have to do here because it's so obvious and I've done it before. There is a really cool feature though, and that is that when you meet, Pix, which looks like Ruffy. It's a pixelated version of Ruffy. Pix allows you to design custom textures for like all of the world.
Somebody's gonna just make a penis.
They definitely.
I mean, you could. That would look abysmal. But you can do redo the water pattern and everything like that. There's some neat color puzzles in that. That's another thing that, like, I don't know how well that would work if you're colorblind, but it seems to be, the colors seem to be different enough, in terms of vibrance and like shade. Like red, it's red, white, green, blue, violet, and brown, I think. And they all do different things. It's just a very interesting independent game that, like, I really enjoy. But I also like 3D platformers that it is clearly throwing back to. Like, there's a secret area early on, and it's got a bunch of references to a bunch of platformers from that time. It's got a Mario reference, it's got a Spyro reference, I believe, a Crash Bandicoot reference. And it's kind of just graffiti on the walls. I do recommend playing it. And if you're unsure, there's the demo on Steam, which is what I played originally. I don't think your progress transfers over. I think it's more of a vertical slice, as they call it. But
as they call it.
I hate that term.
Those in the business.
I hate that term a lot, but it's a lot of fun. It's one of those this is exactly what I thought it was going to be, and that is not a complaint.
Yeah. I had trouble getting the camera the way I wanted it. It's definitely got that.
It's got a invert on both axes.
Yeah, but like sometimes it feels like it should be one way, but I don't know. It was hard to explain. It took me longer than I wanted to get it the way I wanted it. Fucking GameCube ass camera controls.
I mean, I'm actually fine with the camera. Like, I just got to the town and I'm running around. This is really beautiful, and like I said, the music is quite dope. I like this hand drawn with a 3D world. Like, I don't know.
I just hate his little giggle. I'm sorry, I hate it.
I don't think I've heard it yet, but I see this.
It sounds like a fucking. But it sounds like a baby
God.
doing it. Like, it sounds like a baby doing it. I'm like, I can't. Shut the fuck up, Ruffy.
I got you. I got you. All right, I'm gonna get into this later because I actually think I'm gonna like that. Yeah, this
yeah, I'm looking forward to like playing games again. I really am.
Well, you know, I know you is, man.
You about to play real life Power Wash Simulator,
right?
Dude, I thought about buying. I kid you not, I thought about buying one.
Simulator.
I was like, I need to buy one of those.
I want to get one.
The game is satisfying. The real thing is so much better.
I have to get one of those big jungle knives for my backyard. There's just shit everywhere. Jimmy Hoffa may be back there. I haven't got all the brush cleared out yet.
Oh God!
Knowing the guy who lived in the house, that's quite possible.
Yeah, I'll let you know what I find.
Find a legend. That's crazy.
So that's the only game you played? Wow.
I mean, man, I played some Deep Rock Survivor.
You still liking that?
Yeah, it's okay. Like, if you don't like Deep Rock Galactic, I would not recommend necessarily that over. I mean, Vampire Survivors exists. It's less money. It's a better version of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the biggest issue is that
Deep Rock Survivor, and you're going to hear my chair move as I move, is that it's got like 3 types of enemies. Like, it's based around a game that only has so much, and the problem is that Deep Rock Galactic, the main game, the 4-player game, there's different goals. So sometimes you're mining quarks, which are like blue glowing rocks out of the wall, and you're bringing them back to a main area.
Gotta get those eggs, the little things in them or whatever. Like,
sometimes you're collecting. So there's always these different goals. The goal of Deep Rock Survivor is always get to the blank level. It's 5, sometimes it's 4, and kill the big monster. And just there's submissions that are like similar to the submissions from the secondary objectives from the main game. That's great and all, but like, where's my Morkite seed dig where I have to find certain things in the level? You have to find 3 of the Morkite seeds or whatever, and then use that. It figures out where the core is. You get on a platform that lowers. You have to defend yourself as it's going down on the ground. You get the seeds, and then you escape. That's one of the missions, right? And that's a lot of exploration, and I get it. It's not something that's one-to-one transferable to Deep Rock Survivor, but you could put some fucking effort into translating that. There's robots in the main game, and I realize that like this is all stuff that got added to the main game over time. But there's the rival faction, and the rival faction has robots who are very different than the bugs that you mostly fight. And I'm okay with killing the bugs. That's kind of the main goal of the game for like a lot of it. But like, where the fuck is the rival faction? Because those are also different objectives. I don't mind the actual moment-to-moment gameplay in Deep Rock Survivor. I like it a lot. I like that there's a focus on digging through the environment as well as making sure you're always avoiding enemies and mining materials out of the wall so you can level up your character permanently.
Yeah.
But again, a big part of that game is built around built around different mission types, and there's only one fucking mission type. Now, there are some neat aspects that I wish was in the main Deep Rock game, which is that like the weapon mastery missions, which you can do an equivalent of those in the main game, where you get like blank cores and stuff. They give you like permanent upgrades to your gun. Anyways, too much info. The weapon mastery in the main game does not require you to use that weapon for the next couple of missions. It just, you have to activate it. You can only activate it once you've done so much with the weapon that you're upgrading, etc. Now, in Deep Rock Survivor, you have to only use that weapon. No other weapons. That's the only weapon you get, which is easy with some weapons and more difficult when you have only grenades. But then you get to quickly see how powerful these weapons can become because it's the only weapon you're using. That is something I wish was kind of brought over to the main game. Like, oh yeah, you have infinite grenades or whatever, but you can only use grenades. That's your only weapon for the next little while, and this is your mastery challenge. Stuff like that would be neat to see. But they're obviously working on... This is actually made by a different developer. It's only published by Ghost Ship. Ghost Ship is currently working on Deep Rock... hold on. My friend is playing right now. Deep Rock Galactic Rogue Core. And I was not invited to the beta. Or alpha, I should say. Which is very depressing. I really... I really wanted to play it, goddammit. I did play a Building Full of Cats too, because I like a good
Building Full of Cats. Who doesn't?
Fucking find the hidden things in the picture. I like a good Where's Waldo.
Where in the world is Waldo?
Just double checking. I don't think I played anything else. We talked about Corn Kids, right?
Yes, because I bought it and we talked about it on the show.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. I've also been playing a lot of Dredge. That's the other one.
Corn Kids.
Dredge is a masterpiece. I know I'm not the first person to say it. I did start it on my Switch and then I bought it for PC. And the DLC that's the oil rig is really fucking cool. I am really impressed with how they give you something to work towards, because you can upgrade all the shit you already own. But it requires you to find crates that are on near shipwrecks, and bringing those crates back, using those crates to upgrade certain things. It's a really fucking good game. Anytime a big fucking fish shows up, though, that's like dwarfs my boat, I am highly...
It sounds dirtier than it should have.
Whatever, don't care. Highly uncomfortable. Just...
Why?
I have a fear of deep water. I have a fear of deep water, and let me tell you, those fucking things are not small.
No, they're not.
They are... not a fan.
Amanda's the same way. She's afraid. That's she'll never go on a cruise.
In the first... Yeah, no, fuck that. I mean, fuck cruises for a completely different reason, first and foremost. Like, gross. Like, did we not learn... No offense to Ryan, I know it was on one. But, like, did we not learn anything from the pandemic? Why don't we squish all these people in, like, a sardine can? And I've seen too many horror stories about cruise ships going down or losing power and all that fucking... I'm just like, this is a goddamn nightmare. No. At least if the plane goes down, you die when you hit the ground. It's pretty quick. I am not interested in being on cruise ships. But the first area, I mean, look, the big fish are like part of the issue. The other part is that fucking the sanity effects in that game are fucking creepy too.
Yes, they are.
So yeah, I love that game. I hate that game. It's amazing. Masterpiece, 10 out of 10.
Hey, you know, that speaks volumes.
It's like, and I think the gameplay's perfect. I'll be honest. Like, it's a really good game. So, I think that's it. Like, at one point I was like, I'm gonna play some more Arkham Origins, and then I just didn't. So I don't know.
Yeah, it happens.
Just wasn't in the mood. So,
All
it is
right.
what it is.
What about you, Terrence? You got anything interesting?
Yeah, I'll go. Well, I don't know if it's interesting. Hold on, let me have to. I'm looking at my list.
Way to sell it.
I know. I'm sorry. Well, I'm playing. Well, because that's out. I can talk about that because I'm playing that for review. Mecha Break is none of y'all are going to play it. Actually, I kind of wish Anthony. I started to actually message you earlier today and be like, man, you should try this. So it's it's free to play. And it's mechs. You're in mech suits. It
Hence
moves
the title.
a lot like yes. You know what? I just put that together. That's why it's called Mecha. Jesus Christ! Thank you. I appreciate that. I hate it here.
Well,
I know that.
is probably a little bit of a play on words, maybe.
Yes, probably. Yeah, probably. We're doing a lot with the title here. Anyway,
Okay.
it plays like kind of like Armored Core. But unlike that, you don't like customize your whole robot. It's more I don't want to say hero shooter, but it's like class based is what it is. So there's a bunch of mechs. There's like melee ones.
I'm out.
There's
as soon as you mention like classes with fucking robots, all I'm gonna say is yeah, I'm good.
Fair enough. But it has like a multiple mode. It has a multiplayer 6v6 mode where there's like a bunch of different game mode types. And to be honest, I don't think I've played one that was like straight up just deathmatch. There's one where you have to both teams are fighting over this. It's like Mordite or something, some sort of rock formation. That is it's not even a formation.
I mean,
does
anybody is the story like prevalent?
Is it what?
Is it prevalent? Like, does it matter, or is it just like a backdrop?
I'm trying to think. No, I think it's more like a backdrop because let
me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that to take a dig. Is it important, or is it like Overwatch?
Well, I kind of figured that was what his question really was, but he
wasn't going to phrase it that way, so I figured I would.
No, that's actually
I read between the lines.
I'm really legitimately that's not why I was asking. I was asking because I was like, I want to know what kind of game it is.
The story is not really. It's not really because it's comparable, I think, to the Overwatch stuff, but I think Overwatch's story, even though they don't care about it or seemingly don't care about it now,
I mean, even the fans don't care about it now. Just saying.
Right. I mean, I do. I would like a single player. Anyways, it's not really. No, I mean, to tell you the truth, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. I don't know what year it is. I know that I got to make my own character. And I'm guessing that this is by a Korean developer or one of those that were over.
It's
on
Bandai
that coast
Namco, right?
No, this
not
was
on
not.
Steam. This is Amazing Seasun Games.
It's on Steam. What the fuck is wrong with me? It's on Steam.
It's been a while.
Been on Steam.
Right. Like, what the hell?
Okay, so they are. Let's see here.
Amazing Seasun Games. That's what they're called.
Yeah. Paradise for gamers.
But I say that because the character models, because you create your like character, and it's very much like Stellar Blade. Like my chick is super thick with big bouncy boobs because that's apparently how they move in real life. I guess
you don't see the person. Why?
But you do. But you do. You see the person like when you get into. It actually is a really cool like effect especially for fans of these mech games. But like you see your person you launch in, like you go up the elevator and like she walks it because I made a girl, of course. She walks into the mech and sits down and closes up and like she presses. Then it like switches to first person where she's pressing the buttons and powering it up, and then like you like go blasting out, kind of like Gundam. If y'all watch Gundam, when Gundams launch, it kind of like does that whole thing. Like I have to make a video and show you the whole like launch setup is super neat for mech fans. But yeah, you can make a sexy girl and
Of course
they have outfits and shit that you could do. But in addition to the regular multiplayer mode, which is why I was going to reach out to Anthony, is it has an extraction mode as well, which it's not anywhere near as tension filled as Arc Raiders. This just kind of felt like more of a PvE kind of thing. Like we ran across, because I played solo. And I, was able to extract with some stuff. And then I played a couple matches with a group. And I mean, we rolled up on, some regular people, another team of 3. And I mean, yeah, it was a fight, but I mean, them niggas got wiped. And I wasn't on the mic with these dudes or nothing. We was just,
I'm going to say
What's
right
up?
now, the only reason why I'm interested in Arc Raiders is the tension, because it sounded, and this is not relevant to the conversation, so I'll be quick. The way you described Arc Raiders sounded like the way I felt playing Watch Dogs and invading other people's games or getting invaded, where it was a lot of tension and a lot of paranoia.
Mm-hmm.
If that isn't there, it's not really. I'm like, all right, well,
yeah.
Relevant to the conversation, I decided to look up the amazing CSUN games, founded in 1995, so they are not new.
Oh wow, they are not new.
And is a subsidiary of Kingsoft Corporation and one of China's first gaming companies. No shit. 1995.
Yeah.
Over 2,000 employees across China and Silicon Valley. Okay, wow, that's a lot of... They have Mecha Break. They have JX3 Online.
Okay.
I don't know what that is. And then there's Snowbreak Containment Zone, which is... This is how they describe Mecha Break. Blitz, Brawl, Blaze. JX3 Online is top 3D wuxia MMO. Alright, fair enough. Snowbreak. 3D waifu sci-fi RPG shooter. Wow.
One of those games.
I
feel like
which one of those games? I don't know. That's a lot of
one of them games. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, hold on. I clicked on it. It is one of the. Oh my god, is it one of those?
Yeah,
games?
it's one of those games. It's one of the. What's that developer that always pump them out now? Oh, I can't think of the name.
Waifu shooters?
No, it's not a.
Are you talking about Airy?
The fact that it's a shooter is a genre that they just chose, but like Zenless Zone Zero and
Miyoho or whatever.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like very anime-ish, and yeah, it's that type.
I gotta say, they are fucking. There's fucking fishing in this third-person shooter. There's
fishing in
what looks like
Blade.
a fucking board game in this third-person shooter.
Wow.
What? Yeah, all right.
This too much.
That's a lot.
And it looks like the art style looks like a little bit Miyoho or whatever. It looks like Breath of the Wild a bit. The grass is the same sort of look. The trees kind of look the same. The fucking the rock walls. Yeah.
What the hell?
He did fucking Schwarzenegger.
No, I know.
I had to respond in kind.
In kind, yeah, that was just funny. Oh man, I love a good Schwarzenegger impression. But no, okay, so it does not have the tension of Arc Raiders, and I 100% know what you're talking about, and what you described, because I enjoyed that aspect of Watch Dogs as well. I was hoping that Legion kind of brought that back. It didn't. I know it had did it have an invasion thing? No, it had a whole separate online mode where you can form a gang and do raids and stuff. Anyways.
And the robots throw gang signs. I couldn't make it through with this series.
They cannot do that.
Just fucking. So they can't do the little blood hand sign.
Nah, they can't. They cannot throw up any hands.
Do that well, bam, blood sign every time somebody dies. I will say, I was watching some video footage on their Steam page, and there's a point where somebody is doing a barrel roll and shooting at the same time,
Yeah.
as they're moving horizontally in the sky, and I was like, well,
Yeah.
fuck, that looks really cool.
No,
But it looks very cool.
I got the movement and stuff, and it's crazy that it's free to play too. It's very well done. Like, it's fucking phenomenal. Like, cause it's very much like the mechs are very like Gundam based. Like, you can look at them and tell, oh, okay, yeah, that kind of vibe is from Gundam or whatever. But yeah, there's one that turns into a jet, and totally, yeah, you can fire and shoot and barrel roll, and it's very fast. I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm gonna write a review on it. I'm liking what I'm playing. Am I gonna play it, for the rest of my life? Nah. But it's definitely cool for what it is. So more on that, later. What else did I play? Played some Mafia 3. Even though I really hate the fact that it's at 30 frames a second. That fucking sucks.
You are shitting yourself. Go to the bathroom.
But that game is good.
There's poop coming out of your asshole.
We're doing the Dumb and Dumber one too. Throw some Bob Saget in there.
Oh, the Bob Saget. Listen, that movie sucks. It's not like the worst thing ever, to be clear, but it's not good. Except Bob Saget yelling, "There's shit everywhere!" Like losing breath and like clearly like scraping his throat. Like, just there's no way he was like, yeah, no, my throat is sore the next day. Just
beautiful. It's a beautiful scene.
I love it. It's the only part. Listen, you want to see Dumb and Dumber? Fucking called when Harry met Lloyd or whatever the fuck.
I never watched that. I don't like.
Go to YouTube, type in Bob Saget shit, and you will see the sequence, and then you're done. You don't have to fucking watch any more of that movie.
All right, well, I'll do that then, because
there is a moment towards the end of the movie where they play up that joke again. That's not always included. It's kind of funny, but I mean,
anyway.
Well, thanks, Drew.
What was
Drew just let us
rating?
know at 30 minutes in or whatever that he's out tonight. Thanks, Drew. When you listen to this, Drew, just know that I'm saying thanks. Thanks for letting us know. Kind of late now.
I mean, right? Like, we already assumed. Like, but I do appreciate. I mean, he was. That's very white of him, is what that is. Like,
very white.
Like, we're well fucking past the start time, nigga. You didn't have to tell us you wasn't coming. We already knew that. But the white part of it, that's a white people thing. Like, you know what? I wonder, guys. I know I'm an hour and a half out. I'm not going to make it. Like, that's not.
Just give it another 10 minutes, and Wombat will be like, I'm out too.
Right. Well, listen, and that's like, Oh man. Okay. Anyway. What else did I play? Oh, Jesus. Mafia 3 is really good. Like,
yes,
Anthony, you're right. Lincoln, he is a very well written character. God dang it. It's so much racism. Like,
I mean, well, it was that time.
It was. But what's great about it is, like, you can totally get back. Like, I walked into this store and I made a video. I meant to send you. I walked into this store randomly because it had an icon. There was some armor over there. I was like, oh, let me get this. And the white dude came around the counter and was like, this store is whites only, boy. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah,
and like, I hit a button and Lincoln just knocked him out. I was like, yes.
I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious, like, when you're walking down the street, the little white ladies, like, run away from you and, like, call your name.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Go ahead,
I've
Anthony.
been trying for that my whole life. I think that was the first time I remember seeing, like, oh, those are that's some real ass racism, and because it's never like in a video game. Like, I just don't. There's always like, oh, that's the racist character. It's like, no.
Yeah,
this is just racism. As an actual factor in and it's a fucking. I can't believe I'm saying this. Racism is a goddamn game mechanic.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. It is. It 100% is. Like, listen, I told y'all I got called a niglet, and I had never even heard of somebody being called a niglet. I was like, I didn't even know that existed. Jeez.
You learn something new every day.
I'm a little unhinged tonight, as I was saying to Ken before the show.
Don't say that word, Anthony. I don't want to have to do any edits.
No, I'm not going to say that word, but it's going to be a joke about it.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
What's
Terrence,
the word?
don't say that. That's our word.
Wow. He's bringing it back. He's taking it back, Terrence. Is when
He's taking it
back.
I saw Clerks. Yeah,
that
what
Clerks.
was that he said? That was funny. He's like, "Is this cool? I'm taking it back."
Yeah,
I'm taking it back.
What, porch
it has to do with. It has to do with. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the word. Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh God. Anyways, it's really good. So I think I am going to actually finish it. Because despite the fact, look, and I know what you're talking about. There's so many fucking icons on the map.
Yeah, but that story keeps going too.
Does it?
The problem with the icons on the map is that it's like you need to do some of them. You like, I need to pick up. I need to pick up. Well, that too. But I need to pick up one of these icons to do the other icon. I have to pick up some electronic stuff so I can fuck with the comm signals or whatever to get more points on the goddamn map. No! I'm crossing shit off, motherfucker! Don't put more shit down.
It's a lot. That game's a lot.
Well, I definitely am. It's just crazy. Like, it's racism as a game mechanic. That is what it is.
That fucking carnival sequence, though.
That was the best part of that game, in my opinion.
That was the early one.
Yeah,
I think I've already done that part. Yeah,
that's the moment where I went, oh, this is just the Punisher. Basically. Comes back from Nam, is really broken, and starts just massacring bad guys.
Oh my God. And then your little special kills, like when you hit B and like release it in that, in like the sweet spot that he does like a weapon. I'm like, Jesus Christ, he is murdering people.
He's got a fucking knife that's like a foot long and is just like killing people.
Dude, you in the bayou,
Yeah,
that chick.
Man.
Oh, get rid of the bodies by dumping them in the fucking...
Yeah, take them out to the gators. Yeah.
What they do.
We got that in America now, too, by the way.
But no, I definitely have enjoyed that. Okay, so they put Call of Duty World War II on Game Pass. Played that for a minute just to see.
Dude, that game's fucked up. You could like burn people and they scream. It's fucked up.
Yes. Yeah, it's very... yeah. I only played like the multiplayer for it, but I put time in that when it first came out, like, because I actually had already owned that one. But I just figured, since it's on Game Pass, it's gonna have players again. Started another playthrough on Rogue Trader, the Warhammer game, because it's got a new DLC and a new class that came out. And I want to say that's probably it for real.
For real though.
Yeah, everything else I think I've already talked about before. So yeah, that's it.
All right, well I didn't play shit. No, I played a couple things that were interesting. So, I mean, if you grew up in the PS1 era, there was this series, the Strike games. Soviet Strike, Nuclear Strike, them
Desert Strike.
Desert Strike, the top-down perspective helicopter games.
Yes, loved those.
Somebody made one, and it was in the indie games last week, and I checked it out. It's called Strike Mission. Yeah, Strike is in there.
Nice.
I was having a ball with this until I realized there's a time limit, and I'm like, why would you put a time limit on my fun?
Oh, that... Yeah,
and the timer ran out, and it was like, you failed the mission. I was like, bitch, I was killing everybody. Like, let me murder them. So I played that. I dig it, but yeah, let's get rid of the time limit. I tried to play I Am Your Beast.
I had to look up. Okay, this is just sorry. I have to because I was curious, and again, I'm unhinged tonight. It's been a long day. Ken had a long day. I'm sure Terrence had a long day. Fuck all of you. Anyways, Desert Strike, Jungle Strike, Urban Strike, Soviet Strike, Nuclear Strike is the last one.
Yeah, it was on
related.
PS1.
Wow. This is, the related. I knew it was I have a comic that's actually for this game. Future Cop LAPD.
Oh, love that
the
game.
Same engine.
Love that game.
And then that game had its own sort of like somebody kind of did their own version of that. Oh my god, it's on GOG for sure. It was like purple and blue colors. Oh fuck me, I can't remember. I just wanted to recommend that, and now I can't fucking remember the name of the game.
I was gonna say you're testing it here. I don't know if I know that one.
And I have to go through my fucking catalog. No, and then it's got pop-ups. No GOG. Don't do that.
How dare you?
No, it's on Steam as well.
Is it made by the same people?
No, similar to the game that you just played.
Because all the games that you just named before that were published by EA.
Yeah, no, those are all the EA games, but you just played the Strike
Mission is what it's called.
Strike Mission, where somebody was like, I really like those old Strike games. And somebody did that for Future Cop.
God, I love Future Cop. Future Cop needs a remaster.
Oh my good lord. I do not remember the name. Okay, I'm going to go on a searching and y'all fucking continue.
Okay, you do that. I tried to play I Am Your Beast. I don't really know what that game wants to be. Like, it feels like a run-based game where, like, you just kill people, but it also has a little bit of the club in it, where, like, you have a combo meter as you're murdering people. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's made by a team that made something else that was real popular, and I don't remember what it was.
It's Brigador. Oh, it's Brigador.
That's something different.
That's the fucking game.
I don't know if I remember Brigador. I gotta look this up.
Let me send you a picture, and you will see it, and you'll go, oh.
No, at least the one I looked at, it's not.
You don't remember this at all?
Okay, that screenshot looks familiar. I was looking at the artwork.
Yeah, no, the artwork's not. The artwork has changed a couple times because they updated it. So that does not help.
Okay, yeah, I do remember this, the screenshot.
Okay. All right. Moving on. See how unimportant that was?
Yes,
sorry,
that's how we roll.
Video game.
So yeah, I didn't care much for I Am Your Beast. You know what I did like though? I like Splintered Fate. Even if it is run based.
Oh yeah, the Turtles.
I like that. I like it's fun to play. It's very fun to play.
It was fun that game. On the mobile. Is Casey Jones on there?
Yeah, it's the fifth character you can play as. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so I guess they get the complete thing on console.
Yeah, I do like that. I do like that game. And then I play a little bit of Street Fighter 6, play a little Ridge Racer, just basically quick stuff. Like, I'm still playing Rock Band. I have not played Overwatch in like 2 weeks.
Oh Lord, it's about to send you an email.
I know.
Hey,
they probably send me an email and be like, what's going on? And the G.I. Joe collab is up, so I could probably see some Snake Eyes Genjis. And I still ain't been playing it. God, I ain't been playing Mario Kart either. I ain't been playing Death Stranding. Like, I ain't played shit.
But you ain't been able to, man.
Been busy. Anyway, hopefully this week I get back to playing some games, because holy shit, there are 2 games coming out this week that I want to play. We'll kick it off with fucking college football's out this week. I had no clue it was that time already.
I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Yep, that's out this week. Missile Command Delta, Somber Echoes, The Last Camp, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 is out this week.
That's this week?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That is this week. It's on Game Pass, so cool. I don't have a code for it yet, so otherwise I'd already played it. What else we got? Minami Lane, Bad End Theater, Choice of Life, Wild Islands, Convenient Stories. That's pretty funny. System Shock 2 Anniversary Remaster.
I have that.
You already have it? Oh, you got the PC version's already out.
Yeah. Good. If I had played it, I would have mentioned it, Terrence.
God damn, listen to that sass over there.
I mean, right? Damn, nigga, you could have just said, "Well, I ain't playing it yet."
Did you hold on?
You know what? You did say you was.
Hold on. Let me stop you there. You backed System Shock, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You should have a code for it.
They haven't sent me anything for the second. It included the second one.
What level did you back at?
Oh man, I have to look at it. I don't remember. I don't remember.
It's on you.
It's on you.
Son of a bitch. I'm flying. Let me get my passport. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. Not tomorrow, because I can't do that. Monday morning, I'm going to get my passport. I'm coming to Canada. I'm going to see you, Anthony. I'm going to see you. We'll get a drink and some poutine, just so you know.
It's poutine, not poontine.
Well, maybe we'll get both. You don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
Bendy
Judging off my track record.
Bendy and the Dark Revival. There's another Bendy game coming out this week.
I thought that was a remake. That's a new game.
Is it a remake? I don't know shit about Bendy.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know anymore. That studio.
Yeah, I've never played them.
Just look up that studio and I don't even know who's there still. I think AI is just pumping these games.
That's fine. That's the world we live in now.
It's a first-person survival horror game.
That's what the other Bendy was.
The first one's kind of like a.
I never played it. I didn't know
level-based. It's clearly going for a BioShock vibe.
Yeah, it is kind of BioShocky. Yeah.
That's what this kind of looks like. Right.
We needed this. It's time. The Last of Us Complete Collector's Edition is out this week.
Jesus Christ.
It actually packages the tiers of every single character you can kill.
I mean, that's what that premium price is for.
Fucking yuck.
And then
I'm sorry. If the main gimmick is misery, it's misery as a game mechanic. There you go. See?
Cool. Yeah. We're hitting all the notes this evening.
Oh yeah.
Patapon 1 and 2 replay. Patapon.
I like Patapon. I don't know.
Isn't there a new one? Or no, it's like a spiritual thing.
Ratatan which is the I have feelings about for a completely different reason. I'm glad that the people that made Patapon want to make more games like that. But a big part of Patapon is the art style, which is Rolito, who is not involved with Ratatan. And I don't know.
I mean, you're just saying words at this point. I don't know if you even...
Rolito is a French artist who is the guy who designed the Patapon.
I thought for a minute, I thought you said a ranch artist. I'm like, is that like a sandwich artist?
Okay, so I have to share this story. So in college, I went. At my first year of college, I went for photography, and it was a choice. And didn't love it.
It was a choice.
There was so the second year of college, I had friends that were in that program, and there's this moment. Yeah, there's this part of both first and second year of photography where you have to pick 4 of your best photos and submit them, and they judge them, and they're really cruel. And I guess the judges were mic'd because you can watch it live online, and they didn't realize they were on and being recorded. And so one of the judges said, "Here's where we find out who's the artist and who's the sandwich artist."
Nice.
And it was like, holy shit.
They were talking about you, weren't they? You're the sandwich artist.
No, I was already out of the program.
Oh.
I was like, yeah, no, this isn't for me. I hate it.
That's fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know. That's the big stuff.
Y'all not kidding that, is you? It sounds like Beirut outside. That's not coming through, is it?
Oh, you got fireworks going off already?
Brother.
Dude, it's not even dark yet. What are they doing?
They just like the booms over here, because I got headphones on my ears and I can still hear the explosions. So I'm like, what are we doing?
All right, let's talk about the news that happened this week. Ooh.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So what is an Xbox? I don't know.
Not a bunch of people's jobs.
So Microsoft cut 9,000 jobs this week. Jesus Christ. They canceled so far the what we know. Everwild, Blackbird, which was a ZeniMax Online game, and Perfect Dark. I guess they were also working with John Romero making a new game. They shut that down too. They laid off almost all of Turn 10, who make Forza.
That's Forza Motorsport.
Motorsport,
I
yes.
fucked that up.
Multiple Call of Duty layoffs. 10% of King was let go. Jesus Christ. The initiative was just flat shut down. Like, it's just gone.
So long, Perfect Dark. We hardly knew.
Was the initiative the one?
Perfect Dark.
The one that used to be no. I know. Yeah, I know that. But were they the one that used to be called Black Tusk?
Yes.
Or was that the coalition?
That was the
Damn.
So they've never shipped a game.
Yeah, they've never shipped a game. Damn.
And apparently, according to
That's
people
crazy.
who worked on that demo, it wasn't a game.
Yeah, I read that. Like, there was some fakery involved. Because I know some people are saying it was completely fake, but they were saying it basically was a vertical slice. I know, Anthony, you hate that word. But
it's not that I hate that word. It just coming out of my mouth sounds like a fucking poser.
I mean,
I don't make you know what I mean? I don't make fucking games, and I'm going to call it a vertical slice. You know what I mean? Like, what,
I got you.
fucking synergy. You know? Ugh. Just put a gun in my mouth.
The guy who directed Banjo-Kazooie and Sea of Thieves, Greg Mays, left Rare after 35 years. Warcraft Rumble will not receive any new content. Microsoft laid off half of the Xbox user research, including the head of the Xbox Family and Child Safety Division.
The guy that left Rare left after Everwild was canceled.
Yes.
Specifically.
ZeniMax Online Studios president Matt Firor has left the studio. It's a bloodbath over there, and then they announced Helldivers is coming to Xbox.
What a fucking just
yes. Oh, we're just gonna glaze past that. Sorry.
No, I'm not.
Let's leave on that. Let's leave on being excited for that. It's too late now. Never mind. Fucking just go. The Band-Aid's been ripped off. Fucking whatever.
Dude, I don't even know.
Here's a game we didn't make because we just fired everyone that's making games that we announced were coming. Like, just fucking cancel Fable at this point, please. It's not. We kind of know. Right? We have to know that this is just not...
Well, according to the report, and you can't believe anything they say anymore...
No, of course not.
Is that every game that was shown at the showcase is safe. And let's remember, I don't think Perfect Dark or Fable was there, was it?
No, it wasn't. That because people were questioning why. Because it wasn't there. State of Decay 3 wasn't there.
Hasn't been
they showed.
They've shown gameplay,
but that last trailer had snippets of gameplay. Like they broke that down later. Like it had some
Perfect
gameplay.
Dark was a vertical slice.
Yeah, but
Suck my balls.
Yeah,
you know, straight up. I'm not even just
No,
all right.
And
cool.
I'm not
Great
defending the niggas at all. Like I just like if we go criticize them, I'm just trying to make sure everybody got the the correct information to criticize. But this is a fucked up situation. And honestly, you shouldn't believe them. Like the way I move, I never believe, none of that shit for real. Because all of it is corporate double talk. Even Phil's little email, thing to them about, we made some tough decisions, and
then he followed. He let it off by saying we're stronger than we've ever been. We're in a better place than we ever been. But you're still fired.
But y'all still fired, right? That's all, some corporate platitudes, whatever. Like
that corporation pennies, because I have a feeling they're going to think, AI can do the jobs of these people.
Well, that's the other report.
I don't even think that it's necessarily
AI can suck my dick from behind too.
I think it's I think it's AI related, but I don't think that it's necessarily their jobs that.
No,
I think they're cutting money to funnel into what is it? Copilot? Is that what theirs is called?
Well, since their deal fell through with that other company, they have to do their own thing now.
So like they're I don't know why everybody is just dumping into AI like it's
because
the
it's
second
cheaper
coming of
right
Jesus.
now. It's cheaper.
Okay.
Also, according to Windows Central, Kojima's game OD is still okay, but we'll see.
Well, you know what? Out of all the games, including Fable, right? I'm including the Microsoft. They gonna ship that Kojima game. Listen, it's Kojima. They gonna ship that Kojima game.
I mean, I don't know if you
Like,
saw after this like all happened, like the next day. I don't know if somebody like leaked this or put it out there as like a positive thing, but I saw reports of like there are several teams that are pitching ideas for a new Banjo. I'm like, bitch, no.
Yeah, they're trying to get some, what's that called? Spin it. They're trying to spin it.
Some positive spin going on out there.
There's some positive spin out there. Yeah, that's all that is.
There's
I wouldn't fall for that shit either.
There's no doubt in my brain that Helldivers announcement was timed just for this, for like perfectly.
I mean,
100%.
I stand
100%.
by my conspiracy theory. As soon as that, not to time this. Give me a second. I'm just gonna grab the mic so it's a little bit closer to my face. Not that I'm not to, I get political. I really just don't even want to talk about it. But the thing that happened, the big beautiful piece of shit paper that some asshole put in place. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Stupid rich assholes. I do find it funny that they waited to see how it would go through the preliminary stuff before they let people go. Right? It's right before it went back to the House, which I'm sorry, I knew rich people were going to
we all
vote
knew
in
it
their
was going to
favor.
happen. Like,
yeah, exactly,
no question.
But to me, it's like, well, this is just more proof of the money being funneled upwards. Like they let go of the bottom. Like if it's so bad that you're constantly letting people go, like one, maybe you shouldn't have bought Activision. Two, like, maybe the guy who keeps making decisions where you have to lay off people consistently should go. And that's never how it happens. I realize that. But I find it ironic. We're doing better than ever. Clearly you aren't, Phil. Clearly you're not. And to write that to people you're letting go, what a spineless, dickless move. Go fuck yourself. And then you walk out with a t-shirt. How about you walk out with a gun and do an R. Bud Dwyer? I'd appreciate that more.
Ew!
Now a bunch of people...
Listen,
Hold on. No. Now a bunch of people...
I'm going to let you cook. Go ahead.
Now a bunch of people are without jobs. Now I've been the person that's... I'm one of those people that goes, if you do a bad job, we can't just keep you around. Like, it's kind of like I wasn't sad when that company that did the Until Dawn remake closed down. Like, I'm sorry, I can't be sad for like you doing a bad job. You know what I mean? And like sometimes there's reasons for that, and we don't necessarily know all the reasons. But if I can just buy Until Dawn still, and it plays on a PS5. You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing? And your version's worse. So the reason why I bring that up, though, is that in this particular case, like, I'm sorry, has Forza Motorsport ever been received poorly? Yeah, it doesn't set the world on fire.
Well, the newest one had a lot of problems and it didn't sell. The initiative, as we talked about before, has been in a studio for 10 years and have never shipped a game.
Right. Well, the initiative is not where I'm... You know what I mean? Like, some of this stuff is...
Turn 10...
Like, they shouldn't have announced the game. Do you understand what I'm saying? Why did the initiative get to last 10 years without shipping anything? That's a bigger question. And so... You set these people down this road of like, well, because that's one thing that I'll say about Sony, not to defend them, because they're shitty too. All these people are shitty. Corporations are shitty. And business is shitty. I get it. So like, it's a shit. You get your hands dirty. But in this particular case, like, why did they get to survive 10 years? You just gave these people false hope essentially for 10 years to let them go. You know what I mean? When the industry is at its worst. So like you just basically held on to talent
to not let them go somewhere else.
I don't think they held on to talent. That studio had a shit ton of
that's
turnover.
That's true. But you know what I mean? Like
for sure.
Just you need to cut the cord. Sony just did it with like Concord's team. Why did it take so long? Why did it take so much money for you to just let it go?
Well, didn't Sony buy into that and then it flopped and then they killed it?
It's regardless. My point is still whether you bought into it or whatever. It was a lot of money and a lot of time. And if Sony was as involved with it as they presented themselves to be, that's not something I'm making up, right? It was a PlayStation exclusive. So, make that call earlier than later, because it allows everybody to keep going, because like these people have nothing for the last 10 years essentially. I worked for the coalition. We ship nothing. My resume is a fucking graveyard, and now I gotta fight against fucking
people.
Sorry,
Coalition is Gears.
People.
Sorry,
yeah.
it's two stupid names.
Right. Well, you're right, actually.
Fucking, you're right. Coalition actually has stuff to show, but like the initiative. Ugh.
Well, it was called Black Tusk, so yeah.
Black Tusk was better than the initiative.
It was.
They're both bad.
And I remember. I don't know if you remember the video that they showed.
Yeah, the guy like rappelling down the wall or whatever.
Yeah, it was very like Splinter Cell-esque. I was like, oh shit, we gonna get something like it.
Never
happened.
They let people go from Arcane.
Didn't they shut down Leon?
Arcane got cuts?
Well, I thought that was before. I thought Leon got shut down, didn't it?
Arcane Leon. Hold on. Arcane.
I thought one of the Arcanes got shut down the last round of layoffs.
Last time. Yeah, the last
Yeah,
time.
no, I think another one got shut down.
Not this time.
Dang.
That was retracted.
Oh.
Okay. Was it? All right.
Yeah, that was retracted. Somebody posted it and then retracted it. So
okay. All right. Well, regardless, it's constantly. I mean, not regardless. Okay, that one's at least they're not hemorrhaging more talent there. But it's just, I don't know. The whole thing's shitty. It's hard to find a fucking job for these people right now. And you're like,
the video game market
we need to make more money. Because if you were, let's put it this way, if Xbox was suffering to the extent where they weren't making profits, I get it. You know what I mean? I do. Like, unfortunately, the world is set up in such a way that like you do have to make those tough decisions. But writing, we're stronger than ever, guys. Also,
yeah, he didn't have to.
Everything's an Xbox, but your job. Goodbye.
Right. And I mean, let's be honest. That nigga didn't write that. Legal wrote that email inside.
Well, Legal, who's also being replaced by AI.
Well, exactly right. They didn't have to gas some employees like that. Like it was gonna be
Didn't
shitty.
You also
but
say like you can reapply for your fucking job.
Yes, like nigga, what? So you tell me just move them? You could have just transferred me, not fire me, and then tell me to reapply. And then they said we're gonna make sure we look at those applications. They're gonna have priority. Bitch ass nigga, you lying? Like y'all could have just
to kind of just wrap this up in like a political stance so people understand it. When people are like pro socialism or whatever, it's so you have the services for you to make it through when fuckers that are rich decide to take everything away from you. It makes it harder if you have things in place to fall back on. So they have to work harder to take that shit all away. And the problem is when you're standing there going, oh no, socialism will destroy us. You know what else is destroying us? The rich people, because they just want more money. Because that's what this ultimately is. The people at the top just want bigger profits for themselves, their shareholders or whatever. It's just like,
Hey,
now again, like maybe the projects need to be shut down. That's fine. Maybe Perfect Dark, the initiative.
Everwild probably needed to be shut down. How long has that game
It's been rebooted like twice at this point.
Yeah, see, that should have been just killed at this point. Like,
fair enough, but it's like it's just, and part of the issue, and that probably wouldn't be as strong opinioned if it was just sort of business decisions. But it's like we know as people that play video games, and anyone listening to this, you notice the trends that they try to force down our throats, right? Like fucking Forza with its loot system for fucking shoes or whatever. I think that's Horizon, but still, it's like that. Nobody wants that shit.
No,
right? But it's like, but you need it. We need this stuff.
I did need the Killer Instinct horn. I needed that.
Yeah, but that's actually a thing that most car games already have. You don't need to see your fucking driver. You know, the person that doesn't get out of the car. Yeah. Oh, I want him a pair of shoes. Like, who gives a shit? And it's like those types of decisions. Let's look at Sony for a moment. All those live service games, all that wasted time and effort and money.
What are you talking about?
Like,
Marathons could.
Oh, yeah. So, like, I think about stuff like that, and the reason, I bring it up is like, yeah, it's all shitty, and it's like, it's a bunch of trend chasing that's not very well thought out by people who don't play video games and don't buy video games. So what are we doing?
Well, I'll tell you what we're doing. I'll tell you what we're doing in Canada,
yeah.
Anthony. Is we're raising Nintendo prices. Not for Switch 2. This is for Switch 1.
This is so insane to me. Like, what?
Just, again, greed. Just unadulterated greed.
Yeah, but everybody online was telling me that Nintendo was like the good guy of the three on Twitter this week.
So, here's the thing. Nintendo isn't shitty on the same level to its staff. And look, I don't think this is...
But that's because they're in Japan.
That's because they're shitty to their customers.
Yeah, people keep saying that, and they don't seem to understand that.
But this
can't treat their employees like...
Yeah, that too. But my biggest issue with this is, like, what do you fucking think you're going to accomplish with this?
That's the question.
Wait, what? So, it's just greed because it doesn't accomplish anything. By the way, I can go to Facebook Marketplace and buy a Switch for far less than you're going to charge me. Are you stupid?
Right. Like, everybody's getting rid of them.
Yeah, but Nintendo
they're trying to upgrade.
They're going to come after you for that.
All right. To tell Shigeru Miyamoto to eat my ass. I don't care.
I mean...
Doug Bowser.
Anthony said he don't give a fuck. I like this, Anthony. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
He put too much schnapps in his iced tea. That's what he did.
No. I'm actually not buzzed enough. I think I'd be more mellow.
Nintendo also confirmed that the team working on Donkey Kong Bonanza is the same team working on Super Mario Odyssey.
Thanks, guys.
I saw that. I was going to send that to y'all, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they already know because
it's just
everybody already knew that.
You could tell when you look at the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't... You know what I mean? I'm not... Ooh, whoa, who could this be? Could it be the guys that made the last game that looked like this? I don't know.
Right. That game looks so good. Like,
it does.
I would 100% purchase that if I had a Switch 2. But
let's roll back. I'm not done being angry at Nintendo yet.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, man.
It's... To me, this is like we're not selling enough Switch 2s because they're fucking expensive in Canada. And a lot of the games, except for Mario Kart and Donkey Kong, are available on Switch. So let's raise the price of all the stuff for Switch. So you can't... It's the thing that we've been kind of seeing, right, with like Xbox has done it, PlayStation has done it, where it's like, the new one's coming out and the old one gets a bump. Except that we haven't seen it between generations. We've seen it with models, right? Like, the PS5 Pro is coming out and it's more expensive. Also, the base PS5 is now $50 more too.
Mm.
And usually there's a bigger gap in between, but like the Switch 2 just released and suddenly, guys, sorry, you gotta increase the price.
Fuck, dude. I keep forgetting Xbox increased the price. Like,
yeah. Why don't you drop the price of fucking Welcome Tour, that piece of shit, and by $3, so we're actually paying the same as the US. Like, and the problem is the prices never come down, right? They only go up.
You know what? The Xbox is the games are all $80 come the fall too.
Well, the first one is the Outer Worlds too, and I was like, really?
Which means it's $100 in Canada.
But I mean, like, how you gonna start with that game? How you gonna start with that game? Like,
right?
I understand that it's probably a pretty good game, But that's not your Mario Kart. Sorry.
No.
Ain't nobody paying $80 for.
It's $110 for Mario
Fallout
Kart.
we got at home. Yeah.
It's $110 for Mario Kart. If you want the Kirby or Zelda, does Zelda have the? No. Zelda doesn't have an expansion. Mario Party.
The first
Mario
Zelda
Party
Breath of the Wild does.
No, hold on. Give me a second. So, if you want, I'm just going to go to EB Games. I'm going to go to the Switch 2 games. We're going to have a Luckaroo! Because
Jesus.
while we're talking about fucking nonsense, let me pull up. Okay. Pokemon Legends ZA, which will be coming out, right? $100 on Switch 2.
Okay.
Yep. So Game Key card for Dragon Quest 1 and 2 for Switch 2 is $80. Or you can just buy the Switch version for $80 and get them on the card. It's $115 for Kirby the Forgotten Land plus its new DLC. It's $115 for Super Mario Jamboree plus the DLC. I'm just trying to find it. Okay, Zelda. There it is. Nintendo Switch 2 edition of Tears of the Kingdom, $115. It's cheaper to buy the game and then the download separate. Like, it's just, I am uncertain.
Cheaper to do that?
Yes, in Canada, anyways.
Crazy. Okay, good.
It's just frustrating. Like, it's frustrating because it's like, fuck them. They don't know better, and it's like, okay, I'm not buying a Switch 2. I'm a little bit more true to my word than people on the internet. Piss me off way too much.
I never lied. I said my dumb ass was buying it.
You know what? Like, I'm not angry with people for doing it. Like, I'm not.
Oh yeah, no, I ain't gonna hate on a nigga for spending your money. You know what I mean? That's you do you. Have a
Now,
good time.
I found out that with every dollar, Miyamoto went around and like shut down like crushed a child's drawing of Mario. I'd be like, all right, maybe don't do that. But
Jesus.
he just walks around and he goes, "This is copyright," and just like rips up the kid's drawing.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to happy news.
Yeah, good news. I was going to say, do we have some good news?
Is there good news? Does that exist in the world anymore?
I'm about to give Anthony. I'm gonna give you one, and it's just for you. Wonder Boy Asha in Monster World is now available on everything.
There it is.
What was it
There
not
it
available
is.
on?
Xbox Series X, S, PC, and PS5.
Cool. Could
I've
not
never
give less
played
of a
it.
shit.
So, oh my god,
Okay.
even the stuff he likes, he's mad at.
Right,
Look, hold
he's
on,
mad
hold
about
on.
that.
I
Jesus.
have it already, so I don't care.
Oh,
I played.
Well, can
I
you
got
be
it on
happy?
Switch.
Can you be happy for people who maybe don't have it? Maybe you should do that.
yeah. I don't have it. Be happy for me.
Yeah, I don't have it
Are you
either.
happy for me? Yeah. Are you happy for us?
Hold on, let me just.
You got to find the happiness. That means no. You could have just said no.
Hold on, let me just see here. It is currently $13 on Steam, a Canadian. So you can just buy it on Steam for dirt cheap. You're welcome, Terrence.
Thank you.
I don't
Thank
want
you.
to play it on Steam.
Listen,
have a
no one
problem.
asked what you wanted, Ken.
This is what you got. Okay. This is all you get.
Okay, go ahead. Pay full price. Actually, you probably won't know. Probably a code that you slipped to you. But regardless,
Yeah,
it's good.
I'll just
It's
call
not like
my
I'm not
people.
like. It's good. It's not a bad game. Like it's Monster World 4, but done in 3D. Now I don't know if does the Steam version come with the original. I don't.
What's this one? What's it called?
Wonder Boy, Asha, and Monster World.
They just rearranged the words in those games to make new games.
Oh, wow. Okay. I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if this one has. I don't know if this has. So the Switch version on cartridge has the original game and the remake on the same cartridge. Hopefully that would be continuing on with the other consoles, but yeah, it's a really good Metroidvania sort of, or as I've seen people starting to call them, Search Action, which I think is a cooler title, to be honest. Guess that's what they call them in Japan.
Ain't nobody gonna call it that.
Well, if you can go fuck yourself, I think Search Action is awesome.
But you can think it's awesome, but ain't nobody gonna call it that. What are you gonna call it when you want to describe that kind of game? Metroidvania.
Search Action.
Metroidvania. Yeah.
Search Action.
I don't know why you got to change shit.
That,
why can't you just deal with it?
Right.
That's what they've called them in Japan since
Anthony, where do you live?
Came out. Not in the U.S.
But do you live in Japan?
Listen, you lucky bastard.
You don't live in Japan. Stop trying to weeaboo it, okay?
I'm not trying to weeaboo it.
That was a good voice for that too. I'm not trying to weeaboo it.
That was funny.
You're just being mean now. That's my role.
You have met your match.
Fair enough. Yep.
On January 12th of 2026, you will no longer be able to play Anthem.
Oh no!
I really thought it was already down.
Yeah, me too. I legitimately thought
I saw people online like talk about it. The funniest exchange I saw was somebody tweeted, "Oh my God, let's all talk to EA to not cancel Anthem." Somebody replied, "Oh man, I need to go back and finish that." Then the original poster was like, "Yeah, me too. I never did." What,
bruh?
Such a special game. You never finished it.
God dang it, right.
Jesus. Anyway. They announced a new Resident Evil game for your phone.
Man, I saw that.
Resident Evil Survival Unit.
Actually, no. That's the one I actually am intrigued. I didn't see actually footage of it. I just saw that it's coming, but it's like a tactical strategy game. So I'm curious how that's going to work.
They're also making a Destiny game for the mobile. It's called Destiny Rising.
It'll be the last Destiny game.
Probably.
I saw that too, and that just looks like Destiny, but on mobile. Because they got all kinds of shooters on mobile now.
Yeah, as you said, that's the last thing I want to do is play a shooter. I know that plenty do.
I don't understand how they how that's comfortable.
Dude, some people have it's like they've evolved to understand that better.
Gotcha. These kids, man. These kids.
These fucking kids. Fuck them kids. They're making a new Ghost in the Shell anime.
Oh, I hope they get Scarlett Johansson.
She wasn't in the anime.
I couldn't finish because I started laughing to voice the main character. I was like, all right, well, it's written there.
She's gonna be in it. She's gonna be in it.
That's fine. Whatever. It don't matter.
No, this matters.
There you go.
None of this matters.
According to insiders, Techland's new game is a new Call of Juarez.
Ooh.
I hope it's got zombies in it and it's called The Call of Juarez Dying Light.
I'd play that.
Wow.
I would too. That's the sad part. As I'm trying to make a joke, I'm like, yeah, no. This shit out.
Yeah, I'd totally play that.
Cowboy game.
Alright. I have some emails that have been laying around for a couple weeks, so I figure I'd go ahead and read those. And then we can be done. Daryl writes in and says, just a few comments. Have you tried the Gex trilogy on the Switch 2? No, I have not, but I heard it didn't work for a while. But I guess that has been fixed
I think
now.
as I say, I think it's actually a bunch of the games that...
It's the Carbon engine stuff that was having problems.
The Carbon engine, yeah.
And he says, then why would it be sold on the Switch 2 store? This email is old because I think they took it down until they fixed it. But yeah, he's like, no one from Square Enix or Limited Run Games try it out on the Switch 2. Incompetent fucks. But then again, it's Limited Run. He says, so I went to download it on my Switch 1, and because all digital games are now virtual cards, it asks if I want to load it onto a secondary console using my profile. You don't go into the store and re-download it. You must use the virtual card icon on the home screen. It required me to turn the Wi-Fi on both consoles. In the past, as long as you used your profile, you could have the games on each console. You only had to connect to Wi-Fi and have it check with the server. It didn't care if the other one was connected. In this case, hypothetically, if the console that initially has the game installed and let's say is in a different state or on airplane mode, you cannot download the game on the current console because the one with it installed is on airplane mode. It's all jacked up.
What the heck?
So virtual game cards are digital games that can only be used on one console at a time. Game key cards are basically like regular physical discs, need to be installed in the game in the device. Game cards are regular games entirely on the cart, don't need to be installed in most cases.
So I did that. I did the share with somebody on my family plan. For definitely family members, go fuck yourself, Nintendo. You're raising the price on the Switch Online. We're gonna fucking abuse the shit out of it. And we had to be in the same room to transfer the game, like and he only has it like for like 2 weeks.
Well, Anthony,
so
that's just old school. But that's just old school. You had to be in the same room to lend somebody a disc-based game.
Sure, but if I had a physical game, he has it for longer than 2 weeks. So we have to. But when I say we had to put the Switches close to each other, no, I mean like fucking doing the mystery gift on Game Boy Color. Put the fucking tops of the consoles together so they can.
So what
see
you're telling
each
me
other
is that you made them fuck.
Dock, yes. One foreskin of the Switch went on the other Switch. You're welcome. Seeing how you wanted to go there, I fucking took it further. You're welcome. And I don't know who's less of a man.
I love you, Anthony. I just want you to know that. I just want you to know that.
Anyway, the ROG Ally X, which will be Xbox branded, will it allow you to access your Xbox console library? No. Or will it let you play your games purchased on your PC? Yes, I think it is native PC games.
So there's and I will say this because I shit on Microsoft earlier. There is one thing that's nice is that some games, although it's not foolproof, because like Pac-Man World I should be able to play on my PC, but doesn't work. But other games that I have bought through Microsoft, they're not all Microsoft games, like published games, I do have on PC through the Xbox store.
Yes, I have a bunch too. He says otherwise, what's the difference between that and a Steam Deck, which I have? We need a dedicated Xbox handheld that lets you play your console library.
It's not even that it's a dedicated Xbox handheld. It's that Steam is Linux based, and there isn't an easy way to have the Xbox store run on it.
Well, I think he's referring to having an Xbox handheld that plays console games, which I don't think that's going to happen.
That's not going to happen. I was going to say, because if it's about the Xbox Game Store, it's literally just you need a Windows PC. So a ROG Ally is going to do that.
Yeah, it's going to let you play anything you could play on your PC. But your console, not so much.
No.
He says, Ken, I lived in your 6 decades is cute. Try living in 7 decades like me. Yikes, I'm only in my 50s. Christ. We're getting old. Peter sends an email, says, hi guys, I got my hands on a Switch 2, and I've been having fun playing Mario Kart World with the family. I really like the new knockout mode. They did a great job at streamlining the gameplay. It reminds me of those long mountain runs from SSX. The mode is also perfect for online play. The camera function is neat, but I returned the Switch 2 1 after I found out that any webcam will work. He also says, oh, go ahead.
I've heard about that too. I think someone even they could use a Game Boy camera.
Yeah, you can.
So I'm glad that it's at least flexible. But I don't know. I don't trust Nintendo not to have fucking some weird ass compatibility thing, because that's something we didn't talk about. Apparently the USB-C has something in it that doesn't allow other people to make docks. You have to pay Nintendo to be able to do that.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
His next thing says, have you guys seen old ads like the one below going up on social media showing games were $69.99 or more in the 90s? I don't remember games ever costing this much back then. I remember them topping out at $50. I might be wrong because I was usually a console generation behind back then. I'm not sure if it's just being old or if it's like a Mandela effect thing.
So one, the problem with those ads is sometimes you see the Canadian one. It's kind of like when you see the Arizona iced tea where somebody's complaining that it's gone up to $1.25. No, that's the Canadian price.
Why you all gotta ruin shit?
We're not. We're not. What?
He's posting these Canadian ads. He's ruining nostalgia.
Oh yeah, no, that. Well, no, I'm just saying sometimes it is. Like I have seen ones that because there's no marker on the page that says it's Canadian.
I'll
right?
show
It's
you
like,
the image that he sent me,
okay,
just so you guys have it for reference.
Look
at the price of that Super Nintendo. My God.
Yeah.
The Street Fighter Alpha one, I do remember that because it's a special cart.
I was gonna say, I think these are American.
Yeah, the bigger cartridges costed more, like Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Street Fighter Alpha 2.
We've had this talk before. Like the cartridge was literal chips. Like someone had to, like all those chips had to be manufactured.
Yeah, because Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 would not have fit on just a standard Super Nintendo card.
You can usually feel the weight of the cartridge
they were heavier.
Change. Resident Evil 2, I use that always as a great example.
The N64 card. Yeah, it's like a brick.
N64 card. And you're like, well, but it's just the same size. It's like, yeah, because they had to do a lot of physical manufacturing. Because, like, it's not just having the chips and the programming and all that stuff that goes into it. Someone then has to redesign how it's all going to fit into a cartridge. Because it's not just the same board anymore. Like, the best way to get into kind of understanding is go and look up people that used to modify or take apart NES cartridges, because they'll say like you needed certain like back when you wanted to make, like, before it was a lot easier to just buy like bootlegs and now EverDrives exist, you would have to get, like, if you wanted to play the original Mother for NES, you would have to find someone that could take a donor cartridge essentially and reprogram it, but only certain cartridges could be used because the chipset was different. And then as soon as you had to do more modification to get it all onto the cartridge, it became more expensive because someone had to do the actual, like, engineering of that cartridge at that point. So it all made sense that the games didn't all cost the same, even though even this ad has a lot of prices that are very similar. Like it's $39.99 to $69.99. Like, understandable. Miss Pac-Man is not as complex of a game as John Madden's Football 97, or Mortal Kombat or all that stuff. But it's just like you were paying for that portion of it too. So it wasn't just the programming. And then you stopped paying for this and the prices didn't go down. That's where my problem comes. Like, as you did see a bit of that on PlayStation, right? Where the games cost less than N64 because it was a disc. But then you stopped seeing that once everything was disc, although fucking Nintendo didn't help that because Nintendo wanted to be fucking weird for a long time. And that's the irritating part of that. It's not about the prices of games. Oh, it used to cost more. Yeah, it used to be a lot more work to make the physical product. Now they don't even put the fucking full game on the disc. And they're asking you for $80. And they ask you for that digitally now too. Absurd.
You know what? I'll continue to take these prices if you give me a $14 fucking controller.
Oh my God, the controller's $14.
Yeah.
Yeah, $14 for one of the best controllers ever made.
Yeah. The system's $129.
Yeah, which means this is, you can tell it's later on because Donkey Kong Country.
Well, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 was also very late.
Oh, was that later one?
Yeah, that's very late. So,
because Donkey Kong Country 3, this is either right.
This is towards the end. This is probably like 94, 95.
I want to say this is 96, probably.
Oh, you might be. It may be 96.
When does the N64 come out?
96.
Okay, so I think this is 96, or right before, so maybe late 95, because Donkey Kong Country 3, the music in the lobby, you visit the Wrinkly Kong, whatever the fuck her name is, the grandma.
she's playing N64, and you can hear the castle theme from. So yeah.
He says, "Take care and stay cool for you folks impacted by the heat." Oh, brother.
Oh God, all of us.
Man.
Fucking Monday, but yeah, because we didn't record Monday of last week. That was humid and almost 100 degrees. I did the conversion for all of you. Holy shit! I thought I was gonna die. I almost like felt sick driving home. It was that fucking hot.
Yeah, it is nasty out there. Daryl sent a follow-up email. I did not lose your email in the ether, even though you thought we did. See, I just read it. But he did say, he goes back and says Gex Trilogy now works on Switch 2, even though I thought it was sold last week on the eShop for the console. Apparently the Carbon Engine limit, yeah, we went over this.
Yeah.
Just a little PSA, there's a quick message when you boot up the Trilogy, which shows the control layout, and at the top of the screen it says that you must save manually. There's no autosave. Well, I played through the Toon level in Gex 2 and 100% of the level about 2 hours, and for the life of me couldn't figure out how to save. The screen showing the controls is only shown when the full Trilogy is booted up, so I went back, exited, and lost all progress. My brother, press every button.
Isn't the save anyway, like the actual save in the game is like in the hub world, so once you're done, just go over to the save.
Sure, but you can, like the Gex Trilogy that's on there, I think you just click the left analog stick and it brings up the menu.
Right, I'm just saying, like, that also would have saved the 2 hours of progress.
Sure, but like if you can't figure out how to save, just click every button. Just click them, man. It'll be okay.
You just click every button and like Gex kills himself and the save deletes.
And then he's just like, it's tail time! I lost myself. The screen then popped up with
Dana Gould does a bit about being on Bob Hope's last special. And he's got a line, I guess if I try hard enough, I can go over there and stand between those pillars and fuck myself.
He does.
No, don't stop me.
He says that
is a small. I'm flexible enough to go literally fuck myself, Bob.
There's a small message saying it's R3 for the overlay. Nothing about saving. Well, that does bring up the save and load screen separate from the normal options in the games. So stupid, limited run. Also, you all brought up the reasons why third-party games keycards have not sold. While people do want full games on a card, otherwise they will wait for a sale rather than a full price. Games like Cyberpunk sold well because the game is on the card and doesn't require a 60 gigabyte install, which is 20% of the storage space. I still don't agree with this. I think Cyberpunk sold well because Nintendo has never had that game.
Sure.
And it still only sold like, what, 5%?
I think it'll be interesting when you see, say, Dragon Quest, that it's going to have a Switch 1 and Switch 2 release, where the Switch 2 release does not have everything on the card. And, like, let's be honest, you're not going to really see a difference, probably, in performance.
Well, here's my thing. I get that there's a very
he's
loud...
showing us his thing, guys.
Oh, you can come on over. Like, I get that there's a very loud...
Come over, but then you're like, all right, help me clean the pool.
Yeah, help me clean the pool. I think there is a very loud minority of people who want the games on the card. I'm not saying people don't want the games on the card. Of course they do. But you are a minority.
Sure. I just think it's also, like, not clear to customers what they're buying. Like, that's the only other thing I'd argue. Is that, like, when you see a bunch of small print text on the front of the box, you know.
I'm going to tell you this.
All right, now we're moving into legalese. Cool.
I'm going to tell you this. If you don't hardwire your Switch 2, fuck off.
Oh, God.
That Wi-Fi on the Switch 2 is just as bad, if not worse, than the Switch 1. It is
probably
awful.
Worse, because the one thing that the Switch 1 doesn't have is a, like, built-in Ethernet, right?
Switch 1 does have one on the OLED deck. Dock.
Oh, OLED, yes, but the standard one didn't.
No, it did not have it.
It's like, all right, well, that's just how it is. No.
Switch 2 has it, and unfortunately, since I'm moving, I didn't hook it up to the hardwire, so my downloads have been so fucking slow. He also says most of the games are old, and gamers interested have already played them on better consoles, but Cyberpunk looks and runs great, and is nice having it portable. Of course it is. Absolutely. And we all know who the whining publisher is, who said that games didn't sell to their expectations, Square Enix. They're never happy with their sales. Tomb Raider sold 3.4 million copies in the first month on Xbox 360, and they said it underperformed.
Hold on. But what do they have out?
Bravely
for
Default.
Launch? Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, this game, it could fit on a fucking 3DS cartridge, but it can't fit on this Switch 2 cartridge. And it's also a remake of a 3DS game. And yeah, guys, it's not selling. Yeah, no, you're right. That definitely. Yeah, and it's like, it doesn't look terrible, but it does look like the 3DS game still.
Yeah, he says Bravely Default 2 for the Switch is only 11 gigabytes and is on a key card for $40. Fuck Square Enix. That's all I got. Keep up the work and have a safe 4th of July, except Anthony, who celebrates some other holiday in that country.
Yeah, we celebrate. Well, God, I can't remember what it was originally called, and then it was switched to Canada Day in the 70s. I don't know.
I'm still trying to figure out what Terrence is doing because he ain't said a word in like 20 minutes.
Bro, why I just realized my thing was muted? I've been talking this whole time. Oh my God, I didn't realize this thing was muted. I'm so sorry.
Way to go.
Yeah.
No, Terrence was probably like, these motherfuckers just ignoring me.
I'm looking at the differences between the Bravely Default. And I don't know. It's like, yeah, that's enough res. It's kind of how I treated Ni no Kuni when that got remastered. It's like, yeah, it looks better because the hardware can literally process this image properly.
Oh.
But like it's and I've seen that they did some texture work, whatever. There's some new mini games, but I don't know.
The vocal minority bought it. That's all that matters.
I guess it's also another console.
No, it's not. It's only on Switch 2, from what I understand.
Well, then what the fuck was I just looking at? Hold on now.
I mean, there might be a PC or a mobile version, but it's definitely not on PlayStation or Xbox. Well, then what the...
Yeah, okay. I'm trying to figure out...
Wombat's typing. This is about to be some white shit. I can feel it.
And if he'd be like, hey, y'all, I'm not going to make it.
Bro, this person... This person was putting in some... this is bullshit. Okay, never mind. That's why. Somebody uploaded a fake picture, and when I click through to it, it's a different game that they're trying to compare it, but it's like Switch 2 hadn't been out yet, so I don't know. Fucking.
Oh, he's listening to the new Drake.
Oh,
That's
no.
what he's doing. Okay. Well,
yeah, that was your first mistake. Don't
I was gonna say, like, you guys all hate it. Why are you listening to it? Like,
don't listen to Drake. Man.
Do you know the song? Man. Do you know the song "Hey There, Delilah"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That terrible, awful, plain white tees. Hey there, Delilah. Sounds really fucking boring, and if this song continues, I might kill myself again. Yeah. That's not the lyrics, but it should be because I fucking just.
You should be a Weird Al. You should pick up the Weird Al mantle since he won't make new records. Let's call him Depressed Al.
Drake did it. All songs are about suicide.
Yeah.
It says snow day.
1 week since I killed myself.
Oh, okay, sorry. What's funny? Oh.
Hold on, now I gotta...
Anthony's getting a notepad and a pen.
It's been 1 week since I kicked the chair out for me. No, I can't freaking... Yeah. It's gonna make a joke about hanging around. Fuck. So Snow Day, I don't know who that is. Social media personality, I guess, with a 4 instead of an A. Known for making comedic content about Toronto culture. I don't think it's comedic. Surprise dropped Hey Guan Delilah, a comical parody of the 2005 emo folk pop song. Oh god. Anyways, Drake is on it doing a fake patois voice.
Oh god.
What's happening in the world right now?
I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, Drake.
it's one of the biggest piles of shit I've ever... Like, take a song that's already bad and make it worse. Like, if you've ever seen Tom Hanks' son, the less talented one, what is it, Chet?
Chet, yeah.
Yeah. Go look up...
Well, his other son's name is Colin,
The
right?
joke is, if you name your son Chet, you get a Chet.
No, I know the one that's right. The one that's talented is Colin, but it's just weird that the not talented.
Yeah,
weird.
name him Colin, you get a
like
Colin. Name him Chet, get a Chet.
You get a fucking Chet.
Chet does a patois, like, and it's embarrassing because he's not from Jamaica. Mm-hmm. It is far more believable.
The Drake's? That's crazy.
Chet, and listen, Chet has a lot of free time to practice, and I realize, like, as much as I can shit on Drake, he does work hard. He's got to tell his ghostwriters what to do. But Jesus Christ, it's so bad. It's one of the worst. Like, so when Wombat's like, the new Drake song is super fucking ass, like, I'm like, what terrible song is he covering in a fucking patois? Ugh.
Okay.
Oh, Drake.
That's all I
God,
got. I'm tapped.
That's the playoff music. All right, we want to thank our sponsors tonight, everybody.
Who's our sponsor? Because I didn't get the memo.
I don't know. JTM beef.
The
beef is what's for dinner.
That's the whitest. That's the whitest of white trash.
This is a white show, so I figured that's probably. I don't know.
Our sponsor is some VPN. Chet's VPN.
Chet's VPN. Use your promo code.
Well, you don't want to embarrass your family by trying to learn patois, even though you're a suburban white kid.
Use your promo code.
Chet.
Suck it.
It's in the description below.
Yeah.
You see it. You got to point down when you say that.
You get charged 20% more. That's our promo.
But you want to listen to the new Drake song, but don't want to actually have that in your browser because you're more ashamed of that than your porn habits. Use their VPN.
All right.
Oh.
That's all.
Oh, man.
I hope everybody's having a safe and happy 4th of July with some fireworks going off. And hopefully,
if you can't count to 10 after tonight, I'm sorry.
Your dog don't shit on the rug.
Shouldn't have held onto the firework that long.
Our dog actually is not bothered by fireworks, thank God. Because, again, it sounds like I'm in fucking Beirut. Like, they are going crazy outside. But, yeah, our dog, she just lay there and be like, man, what? Like, she don't care.
It's just Tom Tucker outside your window with bubble wrap and a drop whistle.
Oh, that was funny. That's a good episode. I totally can see it. I believe it, because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
That's what it sounds like. Anyway.
Oh, man.
I'm going to go do something. I don't know.
This is why we shouldn't record at night anymore.
Dude.
I'm worse than normal.
I'm just telling you, you want the best. You want the best is you download the Metal Gear Solid 5 episode where I started with a bottle of whiskey, and by the end of the show, I'd finished it.
Oh, shoot.
Listen, we haven't. I've been on the podcast high out of my mind so many times. Like, at this point,
you can literally hear my voice slur in real time.
That's funny. I'm gonna run that back.
Drew's just like, this man is too drunk. It was like we recorded on like New Year's Eve.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was going to ask you, like, why were you drinking? Okay.
I think I'd bought a bottle of whiskey. I was like, I'm on drink on New Year's Eve. And Drew's like, you want to do the Metal Gear podcast tonight? I was like, yeah, I'm over 40. That's fine. I don't do anything on New Year's.
Right.
I'm too old.
Right? Yeah. Man, I can't remember the last time I went out for New Year's. But that's a different show. We'll talk about that another time.
The man who sold the world.
Yeah, you gotta come up with your come up with your unalive songs for your Weird Al parody.
Oh no, I was singing that because of Metal Gear Solid 5.
All right, I'm getting out of here. Hopefully we'll be back to normal next week. That's the hope and the dream. I need my life to be back to normal by next week. Also a hope and a dream.
Feel it, dog.
I have to go commit genocide on frogs in a pool. That's what I need to do.
Oh,
What's that game? Where it was frog golf.
Oh, Ribbit King.
Ribbit King. Fucking put him on a little seesaw and then just slam down on the other.
Yeah, I'm gonna score some points.
Just make friends with the neighbors really early.
Shoot him into my chimney or something. All right, y'all, we out of here. Peace, bitches.
Alrighty. And it goes something like this.